Street champs, come get put on. Today I am in here with the man, the myth, the legend, tearing it up in his YouTube streets, a young gun that is bringing such a new and energizing life into one of my favorite YouTube channels that I've been watching for years. I love seeing you doing it, bro. I am in here with my man Mooseman. How you doing today, bro?
Good, bro. How are you doing, bro? Should I call you what? Street Champs? Did you go by something else, or you just go by Street Champs?
You can call me Deryk. That's my real name.
Deryk. Okay.
Yeah.
Shout out. Yeah, you could just call me Moose or whatever.
Hell yeah, bro.
But yeah, I'm happy to be here, bro. I checked out your page when you tapped in with me. I'm like, okay, bro, really be doing a lot of dope shit. I like the creativity on some of the videos that you be doing. I know that a lot of your big shit is like reactions, but some of the other videos, I definitely see you put a lot of effort into your shit. You don't use AI thumbnails, so I definitely am happy to be here, happy to pull up. You know what I'm saying?
I appreciate you, man. You know, it's coming from Colorado. You're not from LA, right? You're from the Bay Area.
I'm from Sacramento, yeah. So like the Valley, NorCal. Yeah.
Okay. You know, coming from a smaller area where there's not a lot of like people doing anything big out here, so it's hard as fuck to get something growing. And I appreciate that you can see that, man. And thank you so much for reaching out once again.
Yeah, I've been being on No Jumpers kind of opened my eyes, like fools that blog in certain places that I've just never heard of, like certain cities in Arizona, and they're tapping it with me. And then like some of these fools got good ass music and they're talented as hell, and they've actually built good platforms as bloggers. I'm like, hey man, don't let people fool you. Like LA, New York is like the meccas, and everywhere else in between is just ain't on shit. Like there's people all across the country, Albuquerque, New Mexico, they out there blogging, doing their whole music scene. It's like, don't get it twisted, man. People out here, building shit, dope things.
I think what people get lost though is they try to be the biggest in this is like a very small market, somewhere like Colorado. You eventually have to get out of this small pond and go somewhere bigger. That's what I believe in. I don't know if that to be true, because to be honest, I'm still building in Colorado, but I know one day I'm gonna have to go to somewhere like LA and stuff like that.
Facts. Yeah. You definitely got to at least pass through. It's not like you got to move here and move your whole operation, but definitely do your rounds through LA. It definitely helps. It does nothing but help to have people on your side and people just to be in the loop that you're out there doing shit, and they're gonna be watching from LA. So yeah, I think it's not like you don't got to live in any of the big places, but passing through, shaking hands, rubbing shoulders with people, I think that's definitely pivotal to shit.
You recently moved out there full time, right?
Yeah, I moved out here in March. What was that? March, April, May, June, July, August. About 6 months. Yeah, it's been about 6 months.
How's that transition been? You took your girl and everything?
Yep. Me and my girl moved out here. I lived in Sacramento for 30 years. I'm 31 now. So I had my birthday out here in April. But like people always like, oh, don't you miss Sac? Don't you miss your hometown? Don't you? But it's like, bro, I spent plenty of time. I spent my entire life there pretty much. I moved around, traveled, did all that. But I stayed there my whole life. So I'm out here. I'm doing exactly what I want to do. My dream was to be a podcaster. My dream was to be on a big platform, to hopefully build my own platform one day. And I got the opportunity to do that. I jumped at it, and I just never finna turn back. Like I'm living my dream. I'm happy as hell every single day I wake up to do this, to come and talk to you, come and chop it up with my boy Ricky just a second ago. I can fucking podcast all day, all night, and I'll never fucking like get tired of it because I really like this shit.
That's awesome, bro. Yeah, shout out Ricky. I was just watching y'all's show. I want to let the people know, for the people that don't know who Mooseman is, you won the first No Jumper host competition, right?
Actually, my boy Ricky won it. Technically, I got in like 4th or 5th place, but like the top 5 pretty much were told, like, Ricky, guaranteed contract. Okay, you're at No Jumper now. The top 5, they were like, yo, we know you didn't win, but don't get it twisted. Like, we mess with you heavily. That's why you made it so far. It was like 60 people tried out that day. They took our phones. We were in the No Jumper office for about 12 hours straight, podcasting all day long as we went through round after round as they eliminated people and shit. So yeah, that was a crazy time.
Oh yeah, I was definitely watching a bunch of those streams. It was long as fuck.
Too long, honestly. Yeah. I was whooped out, sweaty as hell. There's stale weed smoke in the building. It was definitely like, if you can make it there, you can make it anywhere in this podcast game. So I made it like top 5. They hit me. They said, yo, we'd love to have you back from August till March. I was driving out once or twice a month spending like a week in LA and then doing No Jumper like 2 or 3 times. And then I'd pop up on like Hater World, Apollo, a bunch of other like, Southern Cali podcasts, just trying to make my rounds. And then eventually they're like, hey, we like what you're doing. Adam started talking about pivoting into different things like politics or, just outside of the kind of street aspect that they had fallen into. And he felt like I was the best man to start a show with. And that's how I ended up being on the Monday show with me, Doughboy, and Mooseman, and Adam22.
Definitely. The Monday show, I've been watching since the very first episode. You guys are fairly new. You guys lay off on my boy Doughboy, bro. He's going through it mentally like every single hour of the day, bro. I don't know what the fuck. I love the guy.
I love Doughboy too. I love him so much, bro. I've definitely grown to love him way more and grown to just understand him as a man. Just like, I just don't want everyone to think that I'm trying to make Doughboy water himself down. I accept Doughboy for who he is, but sometimes we all got homies where it's like they just do fucking crazy shit. You got to make fun of them. It's like we can't just look past some of this shit.
Totally. I think, coming into it, he already had the fame and recognition from Wild and Out. It seems like the live chat, though, that gets people to just come out of their like normal persona. I don't know what it is about the live chat. It's just people cannot help from reading it.
And even if it's not the live chat, because a lot of times like we won't even look at it or so far away like on the screen that we can't really make out what they're saying, but it's really just like, oh, you see like 3,000 people watching, 5,000 people watching, and then it's like the pressure's on. It's time to like, they said action and snap the fucking thing. It's time for scene, you feel me? So sometimes we start playing into characters that aren't really us, and I think me and Doughboy both fell into that early on. And now we're kind of getting to like just the normal us, and we're a lot better now, I would say. I think so.
Mm-hmm. When it comes to pressure, aside from No Jumper and the people you work with, because I want to get there. When it comes to pressure, how has the dynamic changed with your family and your friends or your ex-friends since you've, somewhat risen up?
It's pretty much all been support, because for the longest I was trying to rap. I was streaming in like 2017, playing Apex Legends to like 5 people. What was that?
Was it Ghost? What was your name?
No, my name was Mooseman, rapping too.
Mooseman,
yeah,
okay.
Yeah, it was Mooseman. I had a few other ones, like when I was like in high school, I was Moose Shuttlesworth after Jesus Shuttlesworth, the Ray Allen movie. He got game, so that was my first rap name. Way too mouthy, did not roll off the tongue, so I ended up at Mooseman for show. And I was rapping for probably 10 years, 2013 to around 2023. I was like pursuing rap. I had been on tour with the Suicide Boys back in 2016. I've been on tour with Babytron, Blueface, all kinds of fools. You know what I'm saying? I was kind of just hopping on people's tours, trying to gain my own footing. I garnered a little bit of, a popularity, but I started to see the writing on the walls. I don't want to be 40, 35 even, still trying to rap and like not have a ton of motion. I was always into media. I loved interviews. I love artist interviews. So that kind of got me into it. And then I started watching streamers early on, started streaming video games, eventually saw that nobody wants to watch me play video games, started talking more, started getting a little more attraction. And then I just fell in love with it from there.
Mm. You haven't felt like any of your old homies kind of like turned against you? No, there's no resentment.
No, I don't think so. Maybe some, because I always kind of just kept the same group of homies like my whole life. Like I got homies I played sports with or homies I made music with, and they stuck around. A lot of them are the ones that I really care about. They're still around. I could hit them up, call them up. The ones that aren't around, it's like I don't really worry about that type of shit. You know what I'm saying? I'm not too worried about anyone falling in or out of my life. It's like I always say, I got plenty of friends. I don't need to make any more friends for the rest of my life, and I'd be cool. You know what I'm saying? So it's like it's kind of just. Yeah, I'm sure some people have turned on me. There's a bunch of people in Sacramento that hate me, you know what I'm saying, and are envious of me, and they would love to be in my position, but I don't think about it because it's like, fuck, I'm in LA living the dream. I could go to the beach right now and just chill for the rest of the fucking day. I can't worry about nobody in Sacramento, you know what I mean? So I guess I just tune it out, I would say.
I respect that, man. That just kind of relating back to the Doughboy situation about mental health and just how this internet shit and the new wave of content creators like yourself, it just it's easy to get drunk on the people watching and the people around you. Just I don't know, alienate them and treat them differently is kind of It's kind of what I'm seeing.
No, I see that, and I see that with certain people, but it's like, I don't know. I always be thinking. I was just talking to my homie about this when I'm in a dynasty and on NCAA with some of my homies from high school. So I was just chopping it up with them, and they were kind of like, "Yo, we're surprised. Like, bro, you're still the same dude. Like, you act exactly the same." I always say, like, I feel like I've been the same guy since like 6th grade. I feel like I've had the same personality, the same kind of like, I like to act dumb. I like to make jokes. I like to, the things that I like. I get really into it. It's like, I just don't think I could be anything else but what I am currently. You know what I mean? It's like, even when I try to be, it comes off as disingenuous. So it's like, it's either you're going to like me or you're going to hate me. And it's just like, but this is me. You know what I'm saying? I can't really change it, I guess.
Definitely. No, man, I respect that, bro. Yeah, being 31, I'm 29, so I'm kind of in the same boat as you.
Okay, bet.
Getting into this YouTube journey, what are some of your biggest pitfalls that you're experiencing right now? You've already been in the industry for a while, so you're kind of new to this whole YouTube shit, right?
I would say, like, because I work behind the scenes for a lot of fools. Like, I worked for Back on Fig back in the day.
Oh, really? Do
like,
what?
Just thumbnails, timestamps, little bullshit, just trying to help their stream out. I used to work for Yuri, that used to be on. I was super close with Yuri at one point in time. I did stuff for Potlord. A bunch of people kind of in the No Jumper sphere under their umbrella. I'd make their thumbnails. Almighty Suspect, I did a bunch of stuff before I ever met him.
Oh, wow.
Worked for him. So I understand YouTube. I understand streaming. I understand all the back end shit. I was telling T-Rail, you got to make a clips page. You're going to mess up your retention rate. All this shit in like 2021. So I've been up on game, but it's like I wasn't the one playing the game. I was kind of like coaching people, helping people out, trying to get in where I fit in. And now I feel like that's why I'm doing so well now. I'm not where I want to be, but I feel confident that I'm going to get where I need to be, because now I'm applying all that shit that I was saying to everyone else to my own stuff. And it's working out. Yeah, I know how to make my own thumbnails, do my own timestamps. I know kind of, all the little tagging shit on YouTube, all the cross-platform clips. I was an editor, you know what I'm saying? So now it's like I'm my own editor. You feel me? So I think I'll be all right.
Fuck yeah. What happened between you and Back on Fig? Why'd you leave there? It was just time to go?
It was just like kind of like I was more wanting like an on-camera type of thing. They were seeming like, nah, we're kind of like good on like hosts and stuff. I felt like I was spending way too much time, like timestamps before AI was fucking, you got to watch the video and come up with a good timestamp to summarize that piece of the video. It was not no AI. I was sitting there manually skimming through like, okay, now they're going to start talking about this. Okay, it's got to be a good clip title too. Let me make sure I word it right. You know what I'm saying? So I was spending hours a day for multiple podcasts doing that, and then ignoring my shit, and it was falling off. So I just was like, I'm going to bet on myself, and it worked out,
And now look at you, man. Arguing with Smack on stream, bro.
Yeah, I hate it had to be him, man, but it's just that I love that type of shit. I love talking shit. I love cracking jokes. If that's the energy, then that's the energy. But if you want to have a fun time like this pod, we're going to have a fun time. I'm never going to call you dirty, you feel me? Because you don't talk shit to me. So that's just how I am, you feel me? I just match the energy.
Man, I feel like, obviously, we could talk about No Jumper. We could talk about No Jumper, and I feel like that's what everyone that has you on talks about. I want to talk about like what you've brought to the game, and like what you've taken away from these like, I guess, scenarios of what you've been a part. I don't really want to talk about all the drama, which we will maybe talk about later. I don't know how much time.
Yeah, we could talk about whatever.
But all right, so touring, you said with the Suicide Boys, Blueface, X, Y, and Z. How do you get into these scenarios? Is it just a guy who knows a guy, or is it they enjoy music, or what?
That's pretty much what it was. My homie, I was in a rap group like when I was in high school. We were rapping for a hot minute from like 2012 to 2015. We were rocking. My homie moves to Long Beach from Sacramento to go to like a community college out there. He starts doing local shows. This is when like Puya and Fat Nick are on the come up. So they're like, popping, but they're not super popping. So he gets on kind of opening up for Fat Nick and Puya on a consistent basis on little underground shows here and there. They start to build a relationship. Then he meets the Suicide Boys. They tap in with him. He starts opening up for little shit, but then the Suicide Boys explode in 2016. And then they reach out to my boy pretty much like, hey, we need some opening acts. We want a group to kind of rock with us for the whole tour. Do you have some folks? My homie, I was kind of like, my homie was the star. I was kind of like the hype man. You feel me? I was number 2 in the group. So he brings us all together. We put our money together. I was working at an old people's home as like a server in a kitchen. So I saved up my I think I was making like $11 an hour at that time, saved up all my checks, quit my job, went on tour with them. We went on tour in like October, the whole month of October. We did about 20 cities, something like that with them.
Wow.
And that kind of changed my life and my trajectory of my life. I dropped out of community college, quit my job, and then kind of came back to earth, had to get a job, obviously, because things didn't pop off. But my aspirations were set on, I think I could be an entertainer, like in some type of way.
Mm-hmm. Wow. Working at an old folks home, that's crazy. You said you were a QMAP at one point, though, right after you were serving?
Yeah, like right before I was working at No Jumper, I worked as a med tech in an old people's home, and then like a pharmacy tech at like a pharmacy. You know what I'm saying? So I was pushing pills. Yeah,
that's what I remember you saying in one of your videos, bro. I'm getting all this lore from your videos that I'm putting together because I'm a genuine fan of the Mooseman content, man. I do enjoy.
No, I appreciate you, fool. I fuck with you too, man.
Hell yeah, I hate that fake ass shit when people have them on their podcast and they don't know a single thing about them.
I'm on the same way. I'm not even going to interview you if I don't know a bunch of lore about you, because I only want to talk to people I'm interested in. You know what I'm saying? So I feel the same way. We're not going to be back on Fig and be like, hey, bro, what's your name? They was asking their guests, what's your name again? I was like, oh, nobody knew out of the 3 hosts. Nobody knew. That's crazy,
man. And I don't, I'm completely as absolutely removed as you can be from this scenario, and being on the outside looking in, I think you guys have it basically right. The revolving podcasts around No Jumper, they're basically reactionary to what you guys are putting out and whatnot. Does that get tiring? Does that get like worrisome to be, all eyes on you guys at all point?
I felt like that at first, and I was one of those people. I was so excited when I got to No Jumper. I watched every video, read every comment, every Reddit post, anything that had anything to say about me, I was consuming it. And I think the thing that changed, it was the me and Wack situation. There was just so much like shit being said and sent to me and made about me that I couldn't even keep up. And I was like trying to keep up. And then I caught myself one day like, what am I doing? Like, what does this do for me? You know what I'm saying? Like watching every single reaction to anything I've ever said. Am I learning anything? Am I getting? And I felt like, no, you're just kind of like either making yourself feel good with a dopamine hit, or you're making yourself feel bad by just consuming some negative content. So for the past, I don't know, maybe 2 months, I don't really watch anything that's like reactionary to No Jumper or me or anything. I just kind of feel like I just maybe will rewatch my own stuff and see if I'm making mistakes, try to tighten things up. But I just do so much content at this point that I just, don't look back a lot of times and don't look at any of the shit and block it out. And I feel like I've been way more at peace in my life, I feel like.
You ever scared that you're going to actually get really hurt from just being associated with that shit?
I guess it's always a possibility. Anyone could get touched. Anyone could get hurt. There's crazy people, especially in LA. There's a lot of sensitive fools that are fucking gangsters, and they're tripping over, the smallest thing you say about them. But I also have to like balance that with I'm not going to walk on eggshells when I'm podcasting, because I hate a podcaster that walks on eggshells. It's my least favorite thing, like the politically correct. Let me protect my relationship with this person and not say that's like I want to be the opposite of that. But I also have to not cross certain lines to where fools will want to hurt me physically and shit like that. It's a fine line for sure, I would say.
Yeah, I mean that whack live. That was not a skit. That I have cops on speed dial. That was not a skit.
No, it was not. It was kind of me and Adam making a play on Wack, and Wack not being in loop. So he was not happy at all that he trusted Adam, that like, you're my boy. I trust you. And you're bringing this fool that you just met in, and you guys are making me the content. And I was just like, well, Wack does that all the time. Why not do it to him? Give him a taste of his own medicine. And it didn't work out the best. But hey, me and Wack are cool now. So it's like, we made a moment. It's all good.
Were you genuinely scared that you were going to get beat up that day? Because you said his friends were there too, right?
Yeah. I wasn't genuinely scared, because I was more genuinely scared that like they were gonna just actually fire on me, and then obviously I gotta fight back. I can't just ball up and get punched on. And then Adam's gonna be like, this new dude I just brought in is fighting in my office. Send his ass back to Sacramento. That was my biggest fear. Like, I don't care about Wack. I don't care about his homies. I don't care about fighting. Like, whatever has to happen, I guess that would have had to happen. But it was more, I got an apartment and I just bought a new car. I need to pay my bills. I can't fucking fight at my job that I just got. And it's like the job that my dream job. It's like, hey, I'll get a water bottle in my head, keep it pushing, and live the pot another day.
You gotta let them do you like they did Krishan. You just gotta let them fucking
Facts.
pull you out.
Exactly. Yeah, drag me out. Oh God, yeah. But Wack, I seen him talking about the me and Smack interaction. He was like, Moose got a W, Moose held it down. So Wack's been cool with me. Even right after we walked out of that room when the pod was over, his homies came to pretty much check my temperature, and Wack was like, nah, chill out. It's all good. So like even right after it, Wack was cool. He kind of played on it like, no, don't keep that Moose dude, keep him from around me. But he had shook in my hand, smiled, said it's all good, said it's, water under the bridge, like immediately after. So we've been cool ever since, pretty much.
Is the Wack indictment coming down the drain?
I've heard a lot of people say that from everything that I've read. The story that he told that's being added to the Big U indictment obviously isn't a good look. He's listed as a co-conspirator, they were saying, which is, he could be picked up, but nothing that I've seen points to like Wack is the center of attention. It's all they're just collecting information to make Big U look bad. The whole reason why the future stories included is because Big U is there, a part of like an extortion tactic. I think that's more what it is. Like, I don't think Wack is working with the feds. I think it's more likely he'll get picked up, like you're saying, and like he's also included in the RICO rather than him being like an informant or something. I haven't seen nothing to point me that way.
Yeah, there's not a big gang. I would say I can't say there's not a big gang community in Colorado, but there's a big blood community in Colorado for sure. In northern Colorado, there's a lot of Norteños and Bloods for sure. And I think Wack gets a lot of love out here. He was just out here with Blueface at a recent concert.
Yeah, they definitely do. I've seen that as well. Mm-hmm. Yeah, there's a lot of homies out there.
There's a blood summit every year, apparently, that Munchie B always talks about in Colorado Springs.
That's funny. Yeah, I'm gonna have to ask him about it. I was just with Munchie yesterday, bro. Munchie's one of my favorite people. But yeah, that's what I was saying about like the Game and YG versus. I'm like, it's Blood Day today. Like, it's a good day to be a Blood. You know what I'm saying? They were going crazy.
All right. So, I kind of want to talk about the Wack idea for a couple lines longer. Just I guess the internet fodder around No Jumper is that it's all bullshit and that it's all drama and whatnot. Does Adam take criticism from you guys? Because he on live, it doesn't seem like he takes it damn near at all very well. Sometimes he'll take it here and there, but it's got to be from the select messenger. He doesn't just take it from anybody. Is he listening to you guys on the back end? And are you guys making changes on the back end? I know he's making changes to the set and whatnot, but what other things are you guys trying to do to change up the game around there?
I think there's certain people in the office he 100% listens to. He is asking questions a lot, whether he's like listening to us and like, applying it or not. I feel like he is taking our advice and then kind of processing it and then deciding if it's good or not. But I would say like we get the No Jumper gets the bullshit rap because I feel like you're defined on what your clips go out to the world and cross outside of your community. That's kind of like what defines you. So like AB and Dean, we know them because they crash out when they're drunk because those are the viral clips that cross out of their community. If we watch every single clip, we're like, oh, well, they be boxing, they be doing this, they go to events, they do all these things, but the basic underlying thing is like this viral clip. That's what's going to define you. All the viral clips from No Jumper, a lot of times, fights, crash outs, people getting arrested, people getting charged with murder. I could understand why people are like, God damn, that's like the bullshit platform. But if you sit down and watch the news every week, you would change your mind, I think. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, yeah, no, definitely. I sit down and I actually do consume damn near every single video that you guys put out. I think the leading new stars, man, you, Ricky, love him or hate him. I think Kyle brings an interesting energy. How are you and Kyle doing?
I fuck with Kyle. Like, obviously, we have like that kind of like, it's just like me and Smack. Like, I look at it the same way. It's like he brings that energy. I'm gonna give it back. But at the end of the day, if he wants to go get something to eat after we're done potting, like, I'll rock with you. You know what I'm saying? It's all good. This water, I'm not tripping. It's like, it's not that deep. But it's like, if you're gonna talk shit on the podcast and say some foul shit, just know I might bring up the time that you try to off yourself, Kyle. It's just, that's just the type of relationship we have. We send shots. Sometimes they're below the belt, but that's just what it is at No Jumper, We just get it cracking like that.
That's insane. That's
whether
insane.
You could handle it or not, I guess we'll see,
I mean, that would typically drive a regular person insane, bro. If you bring up the fact that one time I tried to kill myself, I might have to kill you.
Yeah, no, facts. Yeah, a normal person would, but hey, everybody at No Jumper is not very normal, as you can see. That's why people, I guess, want to watch, because you got to be a different type of person, I guess. You just kind of like Whack 100's got to be able to throw a water bottle at you, and then the next week you got to sit down and pod with them and be just fine. It's kind of just, it's a weird dynamic. I always say it's like Barstool and like, Rikers Island mixed into one, like I watch a lot of Barstool content, and then it's like jail as well. So it's like balancing the office podcast content sphere with gangsters and thug shit,
Yeah, man, that's hilarious. But someone who it is that serious with, you and Poetic Flacco, what was the breakdown of communication there?
It all started in the No Jumper group chat. It started when him and Munchie started beefing. So I was just not super in tune with the Munchie Flacco lore. I didn't know that like Flacco had got Munchie into the building. So I guess Munchie had been kind of not liking how Flacco was reporting about gang members around that time, was sending shots. Flacco was feeling like, hey, I got you in No Jumper. I got you this opportunity. You shouldn't be sending shots at me. I went in the No Jumper group chat and I said, well, is that fair for Flacco to say, like, just because you provide me with an opportunity, no pun intended, do I have to have blind loyalty to you for the rest of my life because you got me a job at No Jumper? Like, what line do you have to cross for me to be able to speak up against you if you provided me with the opportunity and were my homie? You know what I mean? So that I just levied that out there, and he was like, you fucking dick sucker. You just want to fucking glaze the fucking gangsters. You want to be hanging from the fucking gangsters' balls. Go do that shit, but don't talk to me. And I'm like, oh, I was just trying to have a genuine conversation. Like, where is the line? Where can Munchie start to speak up? What line do you have to cross? He jumped out the window, and like I said, I match energy. So it's like, if that's your energy, let's get to it.
I don't think there is necessarily a line per se. I think that it's just you saying it, and he doesn't know you.
Yeah, that's that for sure. Yeah, I definitely agree with that. I was the new guy added to No Jumper. I also was just talking to Ricky. I could feel the energy shift in Flacco when I was going at Brandon super hard, when I was disagreeing with Viral Way. These are all Flacco disciples that he brought to No Jumper. So all of them were kind of people I was going against. And I felt Flacco's energy shift towards me like, oh, you trying to get everybody I fuck with out of here and like bring in your people, or you be the guy and fuck you. Like I felt that energy. So did I know I was poking and prodding at the bear? Yes. But I got what I wanted. I'm beefing with Flacco. He's way bigger creator than me. It's been nothing but positive for me and nothing but negative for him. So it's like, I'll take it.
Yeah. It's crazy how that's like the, because he's, if he was to watch this, that's how he's going to spin it. And he's going to spin in his head as if like what you just said, it was all positive for you, all negative for him, man. That it's like the currency of today's time is just beefing and clout and shit like that. That's just hearing someone like you say that and like really nailing it down, man. I gotta start a beef. I gotta beef with someone here in Colorado.
Yeah, and it's like I don't try to start beefs like with me and you. Like you're chill. I'm gonna be chill. Like anyone who's chill with me, I'm chill with them. I'm cool with everybody. But the people who are super abrasive and super just like, I feel like they get nasty at times. Like I know people's characters, so sometimes I'll poke and prod a little bit, but it will be nothing out of pocket. But yeah, I'm baiting them a little bit because I know what type of person they are. I'm gonna find out if they're really that person. Then once I do, it's like, okay, it's on and cracking. And I feel like I'm pretty witty. I'm sharp with the comebacks. I research the people that I'm beefing with, your deepest, darkest secrets. I'm gonna find out and I'm gonna talk about them. And that's just how we get it cracking. Do the same thing to me. It's just I don't buy pussy, so I don't pay $2,500 for the box. So you don't got the same type of insults for me. That's the problem.
That's a good price, bro. $2,500 is a good price.
That's a lot of fucking money for a fucking bitch off a fig out here, bro. They're charging $50 out here. You could probably go get one. You know what I'm saying?
Colorado, it's the same going rate out here.
Yeah. No, but yeah, it's really like if it came down to it, like, yeah, Ricky got me on the phone with Flacco a month or two ago and we squashed the beef. But then he went on and to say that the Monday show's a failure. Everybody who's at No Jumper, who's not Ricky, Doughboy, and Rios are dick suckers. He was saying things that I knew were towards me because he only has a problem with me. But when he was on the phone with me, he was pretty much like, hey, I'm done making videos about you. I'm gonna stop talking shit about you. If you need anything, call me, bro. And that was all fake to me, in my eyes now looking back on it. But for Ricky, the respect I have for Ricky, he said he didn't want to see me going at Flacco a ton, so I chilled. But Flacco wanted to keep pushing it, so fuck Ricky. We gonna keep this bitch rocking. I'm Team Munchie. We looped Adam22 in. We got him on our side. We got point and shoot stepping on Flacco's neck. We're doing it up. I love it. I'm hyping all the videos.
Well, it seems like point and shoot is having his channels fucking taken down because it seems like Adam and Josh are coming after him.
Yeah, that was definitely what he was saying at one point. I think they definitely kind of just let go of that. If that was, I never seen because I think it was like a full lawsuit, at least from Flacco. It was because Flacco was bragging about I got Point Shoot's address and real name because I fucking sued him. But I heard that Adam and Josh were doing the same. But as of lately, they obviously they don't talk about him to us, but. I've never seen nothing where they're actively still going after him because he's still using No Jumper content currently. So, he made a new channel, but he's still rocking out and they ain't blamped that one. So it seems like it's cool.
Yeah. What other content, I guess podcasts in general, are you watching that's maybe not in LA?
Let me see. I watched a fuck ton of content. I'm a podcast head for sure. Off the top of my dome, Matt and Shane secret podcast. Love that. A lot of comedian podcasts. I watched the Regs with like Louis J. Gomez, Dan Soder, Robert Kelly, Joe List. I watch what is this? Story Wars with Big J. Gokerson and Louis J. That's a great one.
So you're a comedy head.
Yeah, I love comedy podcasts. That's how I got into podcasts, was really like Joe Budden and Joe Rogan. So Joe Rogan obviously exposed me to all the Tom Segura's, the Burts. Even I used to watch Fighter and the Kid back in like 2017. You know what I'm saying? Like I've been watching pods. I've been into podcasts, but then I'll watch like every morning I'm watching 520 podcasts with Jeff Teague. I'm watching Gil's Arena. I like basketball, so I watch a lot of basketball hoop pods and shit. I'll watch any podcast. I've been back into Joe Budden recently. I took a break since like after Rory and Maul left. I took a break for a while, but I'm back into it and listening to him. I like that pod.
I respect that, man. You're a real student of the game. When it comes to the trajectory of podcasts, though, it seems like we're getting Netflix and Hulu picking up these podcasts, taking them away from YouTube and stuff. Is there any future where Mooseman gets a bag and dips away from No Jumper, dips away from New Wave, and takes his creativity to a bigger platform like that? Would you look back, or would you just happily leave? No,
I think the only way... No, I can never go to Netflix or nothing. I think I'm going to be a YouTube guy till the day I die, I'm pretty sure. Like, I was a YouTube kid. I'm a YouTube adult, and I think I'll be a YouTube old man. Like, I see the Joe and Jada's, it's done to their fan base, even the Breakfast Clubs, even though it's on YouTube. Everyone I see, Rory and Maul, all the people that go to Netflix, they take a big hit to their YouTube shit, and that's your base at the end of the day. Netflix is going to drop you like a bad habit as soon as the numbers come back and you're not getting watched. YouTube is self-sufficient as long as you don't get fucking demonetized, because there's always that chance for sure. But I'd rather have my own YouTube that's cracking than get a big bag from Netflix, and I'll make way less money and still have my shit.
What about detractors and people that are telling you, hey, get ready for the day that Adam does you dirty because he does everybody dirty? What about people like that? Like, is there a master plan in the back? Or are you just building up your channel? One day you're gonna have 1 million subs and you're like, oh, I could do it on my own. what are you going on?
Yeah, and even if I don't have 1 million subs, like, you know what I'm saying, shit. I saw the amount of money Aunt Hefe was making when I first got to No Jumper, because he pulled me aside and said, bro, don't rely on No Jumper solely. Get your own channel popping. Aunt Hefe has maybe 30,000 subs. The amount of money he showed me that he was making, I wouldn't mind making that every month, and I'd be just fucking fine. You know what I'm saying? Like, he was making a good grip of money. Free my boy Aunt Hefe.
Like
but
20 bands?
A little less, but, you know what I'm saying, around there for sure. So it's like, I mean, fuck, that's more money than I've ever made in my life. You feel me? So like, I don't need to be like fucking Jake Paul or fucking even Kai Cenat or any of these fools or even Adam22. I just want to be able to pay for all the shit that I want to do the shit that I love to do. Like, I worked bullshit jobs from the time I was 16 to 30. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, I'm not really tripping too much on the money, because I really like to do this shit. As long as I can pay my bills, live comfortably, do it up, I know that I'm always going to continue to grow. And then the people that are saying, hey, watch out, Adam might, you know, fire you, you know, he does everyone dirty. It's like, I look at it more as it's like a corporate company. Every corporate company, you got to go there and perform. I've worked at a debt collection agency, and fools were like, you got this quota, you got to collect this amount of money per day. If you don't collect this amount of money per day, you get fired. We don't care if you're a good guy or we like you or you're good friends with us, you're getting fired. That's how I look at No Jumper. You got to come in, you got to be entertaining, you got to garner fans, you got to garner numbers, you got to put numbers on the board, you got to get better, you got to stay interesting. If fans start to lose interest, you got to pivot and find new interests. I'm somebody, I feel I'm confident to do that, and so I'm not worried about that type of shit, because I bust my ass for No Jumper every single time I pull up. I'm not half-assing it. I'm not sitting there on my phone. I'm not too high and sleepy that day. I'm there to podcast every single time I clock in. So that's why I'm not too worried.
You got a point to prove, it sounds like, bro. Who?
Absolutely.
All right. Craziest fucking thing that's happened to you in the past that's like burning your soul up every time you succeed in life. You're like, man, fuck, I'm so fucking glad. Fuck this person. Who is the person that's like feeding this Mooseman?
I don't know if it's like one single person. I think it's more of just like the fire that's under my ass is just being at work every single day and hating my life and being like, I know that I'm destined for more. Damn. As a kid, I felt like, it kind of like, I always feel like, even from when I was a kid, like, I'm going to be something special. I thought I was going to be in the NFL. I was good at football. That didn't happen. I thought I was going to be a rapper. That didn't happen. This is kind of my thing where I'm like, okay, I found it. Like, I always knew it was going to be something. I found this thing, and everything that is in my past, the fucking 15 years working bullshit jobs, clocking in every single day, watching No Jumper on my phone, praying for the day that I can make it here. That's what I think about. Fucking serving pills to old people, fucking crushing it up, mixing it with applesauce and feeding it to a dementia patient is the reason why I grind so fucking hard, because I don't like doing that type of shit. It was great. Shout out to them, but I'm never going back, and I have to make sure of that. So that's what I try to wake up every day and do.
Fuck, man. That's inspiring right there. You know, working 15 years in that bullshit job, you never thought about killing yourself?
No, I'm surprised I didn't, but I guess it's just not in me. Like, maybe it's because I'm a little narcissist and I just love myself that much. Like, I think I'm that dope where it's like, I can't kill myself. Like, the world needs to see Mooseman. Like, what am I talking? One day they will, and I'm glad that I didn't, because we made it, you know what I'm saying? Or we're on the way to making it, at least, for sure. Man,
now that's inspiring, bro. I look up to someone in your shoes. I one day pray that I could make it to No Jumper or something like that.
Easy call. What's
a piece of advice, aside from work hard, fucking don't smoke, don't drink, like you just said. What's a piece of advice that you would give to someone, who's wants to be in your shoes? Doesn't matter what city they're in.
Yeah, I would say just like change the way you think about things, because like a lot of people will say, everybody wants to be a streamer. I say the same thing about rappers and shit to my homies that are trying to be rappers. Like, you got to think about things in this way. Like, don't think about it on all the people who want to be this thing, all the people that want to be YouTubers, all the people that want to be rappers, all these people that want to be podcasters. Look at the people who do the things that podcasters do, and look at the people who actually do things that rappers do. How many rappers are dropping music videos on a weekly basis, doing shows, engaging with their fans, dropping little snippets and shit, creative videos. How many YouTubers are dropping multiple videos a day, streaming all day, dropping clips on every single platform, going live on TikTok, Twitch, YouTube, doing all the things that the job entails. Once you start to apply that, the number starts to shrink dramatically. It goes from like 95% of people want to be streamers to like 2% of people actually do the thing that you need to do to get to where you want to be. So just do the shit that you see successful people doing and do it consistently. And if it's not working, pivot, address the things that you think are the problems with yourself, evaluate yourself at a true level, like you're somebody that's outside looking in. I always say, would somebody that doesn't know you want to consume this shit that you're putting out? If I'm looking at it and I look at my old music, I would say, no, that music was not shit that people wanted to listen to, and that's why I was not successful. Now I'm putting out content that even if I wasn't me, I would be interested in. I'm filling a void that I wanted to see filled, and now I feel like that's where I found success. So it's just do the things that motherfuckers are actually supposed to be doing every single day. Like I tell people all the time, my homies tell me, I want to be a rapper. It's my only dream. And then you ain't dropped a song in 6 months. Homie, no, it's not. You can't say my whole life surrounds this thing and then you never do that thing. It's like, it's either you do it every fucking day, you're obsessed with it, you can't stop. When you go to sleep, you think about it, or you won't make it. It's either you got to be that all in, or you just want to do shit for a hobby, but just be truthful with yourself and say, this is a hobby. I'm never going to put in enough work to get to the next level, because it takes fucking working hard every day and obsessing over the shit. I didn't have a life. Right now, I don't have a life. I'm going to do these 2 podcasts. I'm going to go pick up my girl from work, come home. Guess what? I'm going to go live again. That's what the fuck I'm doing. And I made it or whatever. I'm on No Jumper. I still feel like I need to work hard every single day. So if you're not on a big platform, you need to be working twice as hard as I am. You know what I'm saying? So it's just like, that's what I'll tell people.
Damn. And that's real as fuck, bro. And when you put it like that to somebody, not only do they get disrespected and they feel belittled, they feel like, man, this guy doesn't know what I go through every day. This guy doesn't know the problems I face in life. Fucking my girl just left me. I don't have a car. It's like you just said, no, motherfucker, you don't want it. There's people with even less than you that are doing 3 times more than you.
Facts. Yeah, I got a homie from the host competition, and I used to kind of clown him. He has an Android. He makes all his videos on Android. Shitty ass camera on IG. He would drop videos every single day. At one point, he's like a Seattle Seahawks fan. One of his videos when they was in the playoffs and shit went viral. He's been viral ever since with the shittiest camera ever. He's hanging out with Nate Robinson doing videos now in Washington and shit, doing it up off the Android. So it's like, I don't want to hear nothing. Find an angle, find a creative way to do whatever you're doing and do it every single day. And if it doesn't work, pivot. Try something else. Pivot. Try something else. Somebody that I saw giving a lot of game out recently is Ludwig. He was on the Streamer University shit. If anything, you don't listen to me, just go sub to Ludwin, his second channel, and just watch all of his YouTube advice shit, all of his Streamer U classes, and you will be a better content creator. I study that shit. I take notes on it. I research everything that he said, and I'm applying it to my own channel, and I've been finding more success. So just learn from people, bro. People that are doing it are successful for a reason. They didn't get lucky. That's a part of it, but most of it is hard fucking work and strategizing. Do that shit.
Bro, I already know the Moose trajectory is, bro, you're gonna be a superstar one day. Fucking this is early as fuck. How many subs do you have right now?
2,500, around 2,500.
Bro, that's gonna be in 6 months, bro. That's gonna be so far in the distance. That's crazy.
Yeah, my goal is 20K by the end of the year, bro. I appreciate all that, bro. For real. I appreciate, especially with you. You've done it up already. You know what it takes. You do all the shit. You got the good thumbnails. You got the good content. You're pivoting. You're doing different types of content. You know what it takes. So I take that compliment more from you than any other type of person just off the street, because you know the type of shit that it takes. These people don't know what it takes to do this shit. It's hard, and you've been there, and it's hard to keep that shit around. I'm new, so it's exciting. At some point, I won't be new, and I'll have to pivot and figure out how to retain these people. You've done that, so I appreciate that for sure.
I appreciate that, bro. And the first question I asked this whole thing was, well, one of the first ones was like, how's your relationship with your friends and family? I asked that because my relationship with my family in particular has really dissolved. Like, I'm not gonna say it's like not there at all, but like, I know I'm not the best son. I know I'm not the best brother because I'm sitting here in front of this camera like every single day making videos. But you know, I like you're saying, I pray to God that one day I'll be able to take care of what's mine, you know, with off this shit.
Yeah. Yeah, I would feel the same. I'm not, you know what I'm saying? I text my mom and dad, you know, maybe once or twice a week, check on them, make sure they good. They check on me. They're watching all my streams. Sometimes they text me like, hey, don't be saying this type of shit.
Yeah,
Hey,
yeah, my mom says that.
You know what I'm saying? So definitely they hit my pops. I was just roasting some fool. I didn't see that like the fool's son was in the pic behind him. My pops is like, hey, take that one down because there's a kid in the back. I'm like, you're right. I didn't even see that. I didn't even peep. My bad, pops. You know what I'm saying? So they check me a lot, but I feel like I was never the perfect son. You know, I was chasing music, going on tour, leaving, you know, out with my homies, doing whatever. So it's like I was never, at least they have something to be proud of now. You know what I'm saying? Like, even if I never provide or buy my parents a house, I know they're watching me like, damn, our son's out there cooking motherfuckers in LA right now. Like that, I know that they believe that and they believe in me. I got 2 older sisters. I got nieces and nephews. I know they're in tune with my shit. So I know they're all proud. I know a lot of my family. I got family in LA. They're proud. So even if shit don't work out, I know that this is like a moment in my life that's going to be like solidified in history forever. You know, you could go on YouTube and watch old No Jumper Mooseman episodes. If I got fired tomorrow, I'll still be immortalized forever on YouTube. And it's like, shit, that's cool with me, man, because I'll be with my 2,500 subscribers forever if I have to, and we'll rock out, you know, and it's all good.
Now, I think the community that you've built, bro, I see the amount of watchers that you are getting and the percentage to your subscribership, bro. That's amazing. There's YouTubers like me. I have almost 100,000 subscribers, but you know, I only get like 100 to 200 live viewers on a live stream. Like, it's pretty rare. We have to be doing something pretty crazy.
Yeah.
So that's cool as fuck, bro, that you can just do that while sitting down, while talking to them. You're inspiring me, bro. I want to do the weekly news thing. I want to do the nightly news thing, and just talk about things that I find important or I find interesting. Because I've been watching your nightly streams. You've been going live every single day for the month of August so far, right?
Yep. I'm gonna keep it going for sure. I mean, I've gotten probably fucking 400 subs in the past 4 days, so it's like I have to. It's like I feel this pressure. Like I stopped smoking a few weeks ago. I think that was the main thing that made the difference. Is like I just smoke, get too high, and be lazy. I was like, you know, I got No Jumper. Why the fuck do I got to go live on my channel? I just did 6 hours of podcast with Food Community and No Jumper. What the fuck? But it's like, what am I talking about? What if I get fired from both those places tomorrow? I'll have nothing. I won't be able to pay my rent. So the goal is to make as much money from No Jumper off my own YouTube every month. So I could, you know, even pop my shit a little more. Maybe I'll go at him a little harder because I'm not scared of fucking getting fired. You know, who knows? But there's nothing but good can come from building up your own platform and even seeing your shit. You know, fools like you inspire me. Like, damn, fool, he got 90,000 fucking subs, and you still grinding, reaching out to people, trying to do shit. Like the work is never done. You know what I'm saying? All the people, like, I always used to use like Nick Merckx as an example, the fucking Call of Duty dude. When I was first getting into YouTube, I looked at his channel. He dropped a video, at least one every single day, whether it was Christmas, his birthday, Easter, fucking New Year's Eve. You know, every single day that Nick Merckx video is going to drop. And I'm like, these are the motherfuckers that are doing it because they're working that fucking hard. They don't care about the family shit. They don't care about fucking opening presents. They're dropping YouTube videos. And it's like, there's a sadness, like disconnect from reality.
Yeah.
But it's also like it pays off so you could slow that down at some point and then connect back to reality, I guess. So that's like the cost. You feel me?
Yeah, content brain is definitely like, I find myself like I have to actively get off of my phone, you know, just because I'm always trying to find something to just talk about.
Yeah.
You know, I'm looking up news, I'm researching something I already know, or I'm watching a video like that my friend put out or something. It's becoming a problem in my life. I can only assume it's a problem in your life.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, I definitely never really disconnect. I get off a stream. I go watch Kyle. I go watch Ricky. I go watch fucking Munchie. You know what I'm saying? I like watching content. I like watching podcasts. So it's like, I don't think it as like me being plugged in all the time because there is times when I just, you know, go out to lunch and I'm not on my phone at all. I'm not worried about that shit. I'm just thinking about life shit. So it's definitely just, you kind of learn to just balance shit. But once you're in the mix, it's kind of like you're not as frantic and thinking like, what am I going to do today? What am I going to, it's like, I really do this. It'll come to me, say if I need to take a little 2-hour break, I might take a nap after I get done with this just to chill out for a little bit. But yeah, you definitely need that human side of you and shit for sure. Like, I feel like video games is like my human side. Like, set the phone down. I'll just game for a little bit, disconnect. Working out is that same thing. Put the phone in the bag, go to boxing, go run.
How was
that's
the weight
like
loss? How's the weight loss competition going? You guys seem like you abandoned that shit in like
that shit's cooked. That shit's cooked. I think all of us way more than when we started the weight loss competition. Absolutely, for sure. But I think I'm in better shape for sure now. I probably weigh exactly the same currently than when we started, but
it's muscle now.
Without smoking and doing the boxing shit, I definitely feel like a lot healthier for sure. I just got to get the diet right. That's the biggest part for sure.
I kind of want to take it back to some Colorado shit. People watching this stuff in Colorado would be pissed if I didn't ask you a couple questions about Colorado. Yeah. Do you know any musicians out here?
Colorado. Not off the top of my head, but I know there's a few like essays from out there that I know have blown up, and a couple of norteños from out there. I just can't think of their names, but it's always the Mexican rappers I hear from Colorado.
I would say the most popular Mexican rappers that have came out that you probably know about, Little Travieso.
Yes. Yeah. That would definitely was probably the one that was on the top of my head. I definitely saw the face tats in my head. Yeah, rest in peace.
Rest in peace. He was part of the Parkside Collective. Yeah. And then another big one that 1090 Jake even made a video about was the FBP Collective, FBP West, FBP Mo. They got arrested for doing like, I don't even want to name the number wrong, but it was like almost 100 drive-bys or some shit like that.
Damn. Okay. Yeah. And I just looked them up. They were doing numbers, almost 3 million views per video and shit.
Yeah, they were popping. But aside from the Mexican artists, fuck, I have to put you on to some other ones.
Yeah. But you definitely got to put me on for sure.
I don't want to name a big ass list here, and then I have a bunch of messages just being like, "Fuck me, huh? Fuck me."
Oh, that's the worst, bro. I can't stand that shit. The fools do that with the I'm like the Northern California fucking spokesperson to some of these fools. They're like, what do you mean you don't know about little whoop-de-whoop fucking from fucking Hayward? It's like, bro, come on. I can't know everybody. Like, get on my radar and I'll rock with y'all.
For sure. Well, I know you got another podcast to do here at 4:30, bro. What podcast is that?
Oh, no more pods today. I'm going to just go live later, but I'm going to go scoop my girl up from work around that time and bring her back. I think I'm going to go hit Target and shit, go a little grocery shopping, come home and prep. Probably wait till the Tuesday show's over so I don't, step on any toes, go live as soon as they end, and then rock out for another night stream and shit.
Fuck. Actually, that brings up a good point. Adam was bringing up that the fact that you had asked, like, kind of for his, just like, blessing to going on back on Fig this last time. Do you find that that's just like a respect thing, or why did you do that?
Yeah, it's like kind of just like and I know how Adam is. Like, I've watched Adam for 10 plus years on No Jumper, so I kind of know, like, I could read Adam. Like, I remember I was having this kind of debate with Ricky, and I was saying, like, when Tam was initially going to Dijon, and Dijon's kind of looked at as like a Adam op. And Ricky was saying, Adam doesn't give a fuck. And people would ask Adam, he'd be like, oh, no, yeah, she's doing fine over there. I think she should go over there more and shit. And it was like this sarcastic ass tone. Yeah. It's like, no, he doesn't. He's going to fucking get rid of her. And Ricky's like, bro, he said he doesn't care. And then lo and behold, Tam gets kicked off and he's like, I think she should stay over there. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, I asked him just to see if I was going to get that response. Like, yeah, go ahead. See what the fuck happens. Like, and then I'll be like, all right, bro, I won't go. You know what I'm saying? Like, so I got him in his office when he was alone. So I knew he'd give me an honest answer. And I'm like, hey, bro, Sharky came to the food pod. Sharky wants me to go on back on Fig. Like, what do you think about that? Like, just know, like, I'm not going to be over there buddy with the ops. They talking shit about you. I'm going to stand on this No Jumper business. Like, just know. And he literally like laughed and was like, bro, I don't give a fuck. Like, I promise. You feel me? Like, I don't care. Like, do your thing. Yeah, and I'm sure he was waiting to see how it went. And I think he's very happy with how it went because everyone's like, yo, Moose held it down for No Jumper better than anybody's ever been on bet. So it's like, I told him to take a chance and be like, bro, let me go over there. I promise you it's going to work out. and I proved that to him. So I'm sure he's happy with it.
I think I like you. I've watched No Jumper for 10 years plus. I think Adam, what he wants at this point in No Jumper is a verbal joust. He doesn't want no pushover ass bitch, someone who actually has a unique opinion. It doesn't even have to be a right opinion. Like, it just has to be worthy enough to stand on 100%. Like, if you waver from it, like if you get the chat to make you waver from it in particular, then like it just makes you look like kind of like a weak podcaster, I would say. That's what Adam doesn't want. And I think that's why you played the strongest role in going on to Back on Figgy, because you don't drink, or maybe you do drink. I don't know if you're drinking then. You don't smoke, but you were very level-headed. You were witty with it. And there's not a lot of people other than Lush that could deliver like that amount of like verbal assault, really. Just having the amount of words just ready to go at your disposal like that, you're not dumb, basically. I'm not saying other people from No Jumper are dumb.
No, for sure. I know what you're saying. Just like they're not thinking about podcasts the same way I do. Like, I'm thinking about it like you're saying, like a joust. Like, we're about to go to war right now. When I go into Back on Fig and I know I'm a No Jumper host, I used to work for Back on Fig. I know what they do to No Jumper hosts. They put them in the trick bag. So it's like when I went to the first host competition, I still have the note in my phone. It's probably 5 pages long, where I was talking about, if this comes up, this is the points I'm going to hit. If this comes up, these are the points. And if they get away from this, I'm going to wrap it back around to this point and hit them with these bullet points. So I had a bunch of things prepared. I do that for a lot of podcasts. I stopped doing it because I just felt like I started getting a groove. But Back on Fig was like, okay, let's sit down and strategize. They hit me with this, I'm going to hit them with this. They hit me with, I know they're going to bring up this, well, I'm going to bring this up. So it's like, I'm strategizing for war. I'm Pete Hegseth in the war room planning it up, I guess.
Well, you're coming at it like a presidential debate, realistically, bro. Like, this is you can't just call for backup, when you're on live like that. And I respect that, bro. That invigorates me to go and analyze my podcast, because I do a weekly show with a bunch of my boys, musicians, podcasters, YouTubers, and a lot of times people don't watch the game tape. They think, oh, I did a good job, but no, man, you're right. We gotta look back on your shit.
Yeah, I try to do that. Sometimes it's so cringe listening to yourself talk. Sometimes I'm like, bro, shut up. Like, I'm talking about myself. Like, bro, what the fuck are you talking about? But definitely, I think just having I always tell people, like, bro,
notes.
You go into podcasts and you want to have like a joust. Like, I see Ricky do this, and I told him like a long time ago, like, bro, if you're going to go into a hip hop debate with Lush, you have to have the main point you're making and then have like 3 to 4, maybe 5 bullet points under that you're going to hit them. Okay, this is my statement. This is the stats I'm bringing up to support it. This is the facts I'm bringing up to support it. These are the opinions from other quality people that agree with me. You got to have all these, because then people are going to throw curveballs at you and you go, bam, I got a point for that one. Caught it. Caught a point for that one. Bam. And then you come off like I'm way smarter than I really am. I fucking almost flunked out of high school. People think I'm smart. It's just because I prep for fucking podcasts and they don't. I make sure I know every detail about the topics we're talking about. And then people are like, damn, Moose is so informed. Bro, I just read for 15 minutes before the podcast. It's not that deep. I'm not that intelligent. You know what I'm saying? Like, you guys could do this too. Just put some effort in. You feel me? And then you'll come off like, damn, this fool knows everything. It's like, no, I just read for fucking 20 minutes before the pod and seeing what we're going to talk about today and kind of, just collecting my thoughts and put them down.
I think it's also, you have a very powerful, like, speaking voice. You have a deep voice. So when you are compared to the other people in the room, sorry to bring you up again, Doughboy, but like when you, like, he's a very soft spoken, he's still like very valuable to the podcast. But for sure, when you speak and he speaks at the same time, the audience is just automatically going to hear the deeper voice a little bit more, which makes you seem like a more like knowledgeable, more justified person in any argument.
I never thought about that. Yeah, but I could see that for sure. I could see that. But yeah, and then obviously the other thing was just Adam put me on. Adam was, as much as T-Row showed me love, T-Row never put no money in my pocket. Adam is paying my bills. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm putting in the work to do that, but Adam's putting me on a fucking page with 5 million subscribers. yes, I'm gonna go to him and make sure he's all good with everything I'm fucking doing because I appreciate my guy. I don't want to ever glaze him because nobody wants to see the host glazing 22. I love to challenge him. I try to balance it of not like going out my way to pick fights with him, but if he says some crazy shit, I'm supposed to be the guy on No Jumper that pushes back. I see that Rios does it very well now, but we're kind of the two that are like, no, Adam, I think you're wrong, and bam, 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 this is why I think so. And we're the only ones I feel like that do it the best.
Yeah, I agree. I think Rios is a little bit too quiet. He could maybe like impose a joke instead of a serious ass fucking question every now and then. That's something that you do really well. You know, you have your serious takes and then you have your joke takes, and you could weave in between them pretty effortlessly and seamlessly. That's why I like watching the Monday show. It's a good combination of both serious and funny stuff.
I can see that for sure. Yeah, Rios is definitely like his mature fucking dad shit. Like, you know what I'm saying? Definitely stoic, but he's also new. So, like, I was super nervous when I was coming up there. He's probably just going to come into his shell and be more, like, comfortable with the hosts around him, where, like, with his homies, he's probably cracking way more jokes. You know what I'm saying? So,
oh, yeah. On Community, in the back pew, they used to have him on the pew. In
the
back fucking...
Yeah. Like, on the tall ass stool in the back and shit. Yeah, and he would be popping it. So we'll get that version of Rios, but right now he's kind of like are they going to stab me in my back? Like, let me keep my shield up. You know what I'm saying? And eventually he'll be like, no, everybody's chill. Let me bring it down and be myself. But I feel like the way that you describe me, that's like me taking the tutelage of like Lush. You know, as a baby Uno myself, that I see Lush be very good at that. But I'm just like a little closer to the other way. Lush is like more cracking jokes than serious, but balances it well. And I'm more serious than cracking jokes, but I balance it well. So we're kind of like the yin and the yang of the same type of thing.
Mm-hmm. I like that. Who? We only got a couple more questions. I mean, if
it's all good. No rush. We rocking.
Who have you fallen? You know, like I guess most into like a real friendship with at No Jumper.
Real friendship, I would say. Real friendship. I would
Feel free to say nobody.
Ricky for sure. Ricky's definitely my boy. My boy Pooh. I feel like Pooh is definitely a real one. Jared Fields. We talk like outside of the pod. We're supposed to start doing more content and stuff. He goes to the same boxing gym as me. I think out of everyone, though, I would say just since I've got to LA, people that I met since I've been down here is my boy Kenny Malice. Mm-hmm. Kenny Malice, I always look at him and I always say this. I tell people this because one of the first times I came to LA, I think I took a fucking the fucking Amtrak train because I had just sold my whip, or my whip had broken down, and before I sold it. And I took an Amtrak. Kenny picked me up. He had met me like once or twice. Picked me up, drove me to all my fucking podcasts, showed me love. I fucking, was offering him gas money. He's like, I'm good. Ever since I met Kenny Malice, he's been like super genuine. And I always say like, there's a bunch of fools in my life that I've met that I know if I got fired from No Jumper tomorrow, they would not answer the phone. You know what I'm saying? And it's okay. Like I see that happens to a lot of people that leave No Jumper. It's kind of like when you're at a job with your coworkers, you're hella cool with them. Your coworker gets a new job. You're not talking to that motherfucker no more. You know what I'm saying? It's just like, that's how it happens. You feel me? It's not no hard feelings, but with Kenny, I know that, you know what I'm saying, I could be on Skid Row and Kenny would come scoop me up and be like, what's up, Moose? Like, I fuck with you, like, for you. And that's why, like, Kenny, obviously Lush, but I know Lush is just, he's more in the mix moving around. Kenny is a super good dude, genuine. I know if I never was on No Jumper, Kenny would still be fooling with me. So I would put Kenny number one for sure.
That's what's up, man. Shout out Kenny. I follow him on IG, actually. I always see him working with Sergio.
Yeah. Sergio just sent me the song I was begging for. He's like singing, and it's like it's so he's like singing on some like soft R&B shit, and it's the best song he's ever made. So shout out to Sergio. I'm about to slap that.
Shout out Sergio. Shout out Big Rick, man, too. I was telling Moose about Big Rick, bro. Big Rick, fucking thank you so much for all the help you give me over the years, bro.
Big Rick's the same dude that had the pop out, right? Or the pop up, right?
Yeah.
He used to have the pop up. Yep.
Yeah, that was a point in No Jumper time. The pop up at the pop up with fucking
the ski song. We gonna pop up. When we gonna pop up. Yo, I used to be a ski mod. I was a ski mod. That's how deep in the weeds I made his thumbnails and I was his mod, bro.
You got out of there right on time.
Oh God, no! I unfollowed him as soon as the allegations came out. I was not his mod anymore.
That's
I was out of
insane.
there. I'm not gonna lie.
That's insane. All right, I got a quick little this or that question. I just want you to breeze by.
Yeah, let's do it.
All right, Sac or LA?
Sacramento.
All right, Munchie or Adam?
Adam.
Flacco or Smack?
Smack all day.
All right, that's all I got. That's all I got.
Okay. Yeah, they were giving me flack because I said on the clip when I was little I wanted to be from LA because my pops is from LA, and like I was a Lakers fan, a Dodgers fan, and shit. So I was always getting picked on, like, oh, you know what I'm saying? You're a S word. They're calling me the Sereno diss and shit. They're hitting me with that. You know what I'm saying? You want to be from LA so bad. I said that on a podcast, bro. The Norteños and Zach just fucking were so upset. I'm like, bro, I was like 8 years old. You guys are getting mad at my, like, I love Sacramento now, but when I was a kid, it's like the Kings were kind of ass. The Lakers were fucking fire. The Dodgers were always better. We got the River Cats, but it's fuck the Giants.
The River Cats.
Yeah, so it's like, what do you want from me? We just weren't very lit, and that's how I thought as a little kid that I wanted to be from LA. Now, obviously, I spent my whole life in Sacramento. I love my city. I'm so happy I'm not from LA because I would just be another one of these motherfuckers out here if I was on the platform and from LA. But I'm giving a breath of fresh air because I am from Sacramento, so for sure.
Facts, bro. Much love, bro. Thank you again for doing this. I can't wait till I hopefully one day make it out to LA. We could do this in person.
Yeah, let me know whenever you do, fool. I'll definitely, you could come to No Jumper with me. Just tap in with me for sure, and I'll bring you up there with me. But in the meantime, let's have you on the new wave with me, Brody, and Ricky. We'll bring you in for sure. I'll fuck with you, bro.
I'm down as fuck, bro. I could deliver some. I gotta get on Ricky, bro. Ricky needs.
I love this. Love, yes, we're definitely bringing you on. You were definitely bringing you on.
Ricky's life is on easy mode, bro. I don't know why everyone just takes it so easy on him.
Yeah, Ricky's just like, when you meet him, he's such a good guy. So when he does the dumbass takes, it's like, okay, I'm gonna put the kid gloves on because I don't want to be mean to Ricky because Ricky is dead ass like a super genuinely nice guy. But when he starts standing hard lines certain times, I'm like, I gotta bleed him.
So
it's
wrong.
bad.
Yeah,
Yeah, we'll definitely bring you on, bro. I appreciate you, man. I appreciate you having me. We'll definitely be in touch, and we'll definitely be working and shit for sure. So I'll be in touch. This is a great time, bro. I hope you have a good rest of your day, though, for sure.
Thank you, bro. Guys, Mooseman, Street Champs, come get put on. You already know what to do. Hit the subscribe button on Mooseman's channel. Do you want me to collab you with this?
Yeah, collab. Send me a collab link. I'll definitely accept that joint for sure. Yeah.
Hell yeah.
This is a fire. Now. This is a fire time. I had a good time.
Right on, bro. Thank you so much, guys. All right, we out.
Yes, sir.
Boom.